Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you all for joining us for today's demo day. My name is Fadwa Kingsbury, and I'm the Global Head of Startup Programs here at 500. It's my honor to be here today to introduce these 29 companies. If you'd like to learn more about the companies you will hear from, please visit 500demoday.co. That's www.500demoday.co. For our investors in the audience, if you haven't already done so, don't forget to join us in our virtual networking space hosted by Philo. There, you can speak directly with founders you will hear from, as well as other investors in attendance. I'd also like to take a moment to say thank you to our network partners who support our founders around the world. Avalara, Carta, CDW, Mercury, Microsoft for Startups, Snowflake, and Wilson Sonsini. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Christine Tsai, founding partner and CEO of 500 Startups, to say a few words.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Demo Day. Thank you for joining us from wherever you're tuning in today, and I hope that you're staying healthy and safe. It's hard to believe that already 1 year has passed since our last Demo Day, where we found ourselves having to quickly transition to a virtual-only format due to the uncertainty of COVID-19. Like all of you, we had little idea what kind of impact COVID would have and how the year would unfold. At the same time, we knew that in the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity. We've seen this with past crises where game-changing companies and technologies emerged in the aftermath, demonstrating that in the face of adversity, the best founders are in their element, thanks to their ingenuity, resilience, and grit, and have the ability to change the world. For 500 in 2020, we forged ahead. We invested in more than 240 companies, adding to our global portfolio of more than 2,500 companies. We welcomed nearly 40 startups into our new rolling admissions virtual first accelerator program from countries that include Kenya, India, Ireland, Canada, the Netherlands, Brazil, Russia, Singapore, and US cities like LA, New York, Miami, San Antonio, and more. To help our young companies as they embark on what we hope is a long and fruitful journey, we're equipping them with additional tools and resources. We've begun integrating environmental, social, and governance frameworks, commonly known as ESG, into our investment decision-making and portfolio support. We believe that this will help have a positive impact on influencing our portfolio companies to operate and grow sustainably and responsibly, and start that sooner rather than later, especially at a time when environmental, social, and governance issues and disparities are at the forefront. We continue to back the world's most talented entrepreneurs, recognizing that great founders come in all shades, genders, and nationalities. But if 2020 taught us one thing, it's that all of us need to do better. Showing the diversity of our investments is a good place to start. I'd like to share that 4.6% of companies in our portfolio have at least one founder who identifies as African American or Black. 10.8% identify as Latinx, and nearly 25% identify as female. It's our goal to improve these numbers through initiatives we've undertaken throughout 2020 and upcoming ones like our Unity and Inclusion Summit, which we're bringing back in April. Without further ado, today you'll get to meet 29 amazing companies innovating in sectors like fintech, commerce, healthcare and consumer wellness, deep tech, DevOps and security, the creator economy, and the future of work. They are ready for a post-COVID-19 world. On behalf of the 500 team and all the companies, I want to express my gratitude and appreciation, not just in tuning into this demo day, but also for your support of these companies. At 500, we intend to keep moving forward and serving our mission to uplift people and economies around the world through entrepreneurship. I'll now hand it over to our fabulous MC, Fadwa Kingsbury.
Thank you, Christine. And now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first group of companies in the future of workspace. SendSpark is a video platform for businesses to humanize their communication and connect with customers online. Avatur is a remote collaboration platform for site members. Pineapple is a hiring platform for the next generation of the workforce that uses visual stories to replace resumes. Stack is a productivity-focused tabless web browser for internet multitaskers. Work Class helps frontline employees to get a job in 24 hours. Grow allows you to easily give and receive high-quality feedback with your team to achieve more together. Get On Board is the biggest recruitment platform in the Latin American tech industry. It offers modern tools for recruiters and a simple, curated experience for job seekers.
Question. After you woke up this morning, how long did it take you to check your email? And how many of these emails did you swipe straight in the trash with barely even a skim? Hi, I'm Bethany, and I'm a co-founder of SendSpark. SendSpark helps businesses send video emails that people actually engage with. And we're here to rescue the 97% of emails that probably ended up in your trash this morning. My co-founder Brandon and I started SendSpark out of necessity. We're leading a growth hacking team at our last startup and trying to connect with new customers over email. But so was everyone else, and we were finding it hard to stand out. So we started experimenting, and we had a major breakthrough. People are twice as likely to reply to an email when there's a video in it. The problem is, it was taking us over an hour to create, host, and share one video, so it just wasn't feasible to send videos out at scale. And while other companies like Loom and YouTube help create videos, they aren't designed to convert customers. So we built SendSpark, the best video platform for customer communication. SendSpark unlocks video for customer-facing teams. In just a few seconds, people in sales, marketing, and customer support can easily create high-quality, polished videos to send out to customers over email or other communication channels. These videos are instantly optimized to stand out and engage customers so they don't end up in your trash. We're growing because it works. In under a year, we've launched out of beta and grown to over 300 paid accounts with 25% month-over-month growth. And our users feel like digital superstars as they cut through the noise and connect with customers. Brandon and I are longtime believers in video. We've been working together for over 5 years, and we're the first product and marketing hires at a video startup acquired by Paylocity. And we're just getting started now. $56 billion is spent on customer communication annually, and we see it all transitioning from text to video as people need better ways to communicate in today's remote-first world. We have a powerful product, 25% month-over-month growth, and a winning team. You can join us as we transform the $56 billion customer communication industry. Just send us an email or a video.
When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Zoom is a hammer. It's a terrific tool for the kind of meetings that would normally happen in a conference room. But a lot of meetings don't happen in conference rooms. They happen on site. Things like inspections and audits, tours and walkthroughs of facilities, and site-specific training. There's over 2 billion meetings like this every year. And with COVID, people have tried to use traditional video conferencing for site meetings, but video conferencing was built for faces, not spaces. Using Zoom for a site meeting is like using a hammer on cheese. Different tasks require different tools. That's Avatur, remote collaboration designed for on-site meetings. We're a SaaS platform that uses off-the-shelf 360 hardware to deliver full context of the remote site to users anywhere in the world, either in browser or using an optional VR headset. Either way, users can speak with the folks on the other side and be able to accomplish tasks almost as if they were there, getting the job done without travel for the very first time. Now, when you have the right tool, you've got customers. $800,000 in ARR in just 10 months, and a suite of customers that runs the gamut from life sciences to logistics to food production to even government. Now, there's a wide variety of applications for Avatur, but our target market is inspections, certifications, and audits, a $210 billion space that spends $14 billion a year on travel. It's this inefficiency that we're going to tackle first. Now, an opportunity like this requires an experienced team. I helped build a SaaS B2B unicorn before, and I have a prior exit as a CTO. My partner Prasad was the lead on the Dolby Vision team and has 12 patent applications. We met working on the Nokia Ozo program, and we've spent 5 years working side by side. So we have the traction, the TAM, the team, and the right tool for on-site meetings. I'm Devin Copley. I hope you come chat. Thanks.
Landing your first job is no joke. At 15, I was trying to break into the tech industry any way I could. So I put together a resume, but surprise, surprise, every email I sent, I was rejected before I even got to speak to someone. So I changed tact. I put together a portfolio site to catch businesses' interest in me as a person and not just my experience. And it worked. I landed a product design internship at Intercom and my career in tech began. Hi, I'm David Diamond and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Pineapple. At Pineapple, we're building the best way for Gen Z to level up their careers. There's 61 million Gen Z candidates entering the workforce, but despite making up a third of the global job market, Gen Z are failing to land work. No joke, they're 2.5 times more likely to be out of work. And it's down to one thing. 80% of Gen Z applicants said that their biggest issue was making their job application stand out. And as new entrants to the workforce, their first impression is so crucial. And for businesses, hiring the wrong fit for the job costs them big. One bad hire can cause a 30% drop in productivity. That's about $3,000 in lost wages per week. So why are businesses missing out on an entire generation of 60 million candidates? We have the technology that displays and shares personality, yet when businesses see candidates on job platforms, they look like this. That's why 50% of Gen Z in the US have LinkedIn, but 96% of them rarely or never use it. So if companies had a medium to translate the full picture of these candidates, they could stop missing out and start hiring the best talent. That's where Pineapple comes in. Pineapple lets candidates create short, Insta-style story profiles that convey everything that businesses are missing out on. They can be linked anywhere to level up anything, from a resume to a LinkedIn profile. They're like a portfolio site, but for your personality and your work. Since we launched in November, we've achieved 100% month-over-month growth. We've launched V2 of our app, and we've kicked off 2 major user acquisition campaigns. We're starting Pineapple with candidates, but we have a vision to sell the power of stories directly to businesses later on this year, because in the remote work age, first impressions are more valuable than ever. So we hope you'll join us in opening doors for the next generation by empowering them to tell their stories.
Hello there! Are you watching this video in a browser? Go ahead and take a look at your tabs. Do they look anything like this? Or maybe even like this? Well, if you feel overwhelmed by the number of your tabs, you are definitely not alone. There are more than 2.5 billion people, almost a third of the world's population, that is extremely annoyed by this problem. And it's all because the tab experience was designed more than 25 years ago, and we all still use the same experience. So, I'm George, a co-founder and CEO at Stack, where we developed the first tabless browser. We added a productivity layer to it, we showed it to the world, and people just loved it. And when we asked them why they love it, our 60,000 users say that Stack helps them organize their web better, navigate twice as fast as in conventional browsers, and actually multitask productively. We monetized from teams and individuals with freemium model and made $100,000 in just the last 9 months. Additionally, we're getting paid by search engines for every search done through Stack. Now, these 2 revenue streams combined make up a $45 billion market, growing 20% annually and representing a great business opportunity. Our team has been building and scaling companies with beautiful products for more than 8 years now as a team. We are longtime friends, professional product designers and engineers, along with multiple times founders with 2 exits. We have the vision, we have the talent, and now that we have raised pre-seed from some of the strongest VCs in Europe and the US, we are on the right track to grow exponentially. We have already built the first tabless browser that many people love, and this is only our first step towards building an operating system for the internet. So, If you would like to see how Stack is shaping the future of the internet, let us have a conversation.
Hi everyone, I'm Nikita Akulov, CEO and co-founder of WorkClass, social hiring platform for frontline staff. And this is a story of how we onboarded 100,000 job seekers and 2,000 employers within 6 months and helped thousands of workers to find a job within 24 hours. We identified that in Southeast Asia, on the blue-collar market, job seekers have a very specific requirements when it comes to the job search. They have to find a new job within a week. They don't want to create CVs, send emails, and wait days or weeks to get a response. They want to chat today. And they also prefer a work location near their home. Commuting to the place far away from their home can substantially eat into their salary. On the other side, employers on the blue-collar market also want to find a new employee ideally today. They don't need the best-in-class candidate. They need somebody who reliably completes his tasks. And they're concerned about the very high no-show rates for interview, which wastes weeks of their time. And there are millions of people who face these issues every day. Indonesia alone has the 4th largest population in the world, and it has more than 100 million of frontline workers. And nobody is solving their problems here. We do it in 24 hours. And this is actually the second time when we are doing this. I've done it already in Europe when I was a general manager at Job Today in the UK. Back then, we onboarded more than 6 million job seekers and won over a very mature market. And I'm sure that with Stefan's experience in artificial intelligence and machine learning, we will take it to the moon. We are the first who put job portal inside popular messaging apps. But enough talking. Let me show you why people love it so much. I picked this position, which I really like. Now I hit Apply Now button and input my email address, my phone number, my latest position, which was packer, and I was a packer for 2 years. And the application is sent. It took me 20 seconds. If you have portfolio companies who are interested in strategic partnerships, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.
I'm Ryan Sidnor, CEO of Grow. Grow is redefining the F word at work. Now, here's the problem. Feedback has sucked since 1954. We're all stuck, doing reviews to protect the company from low performers, which are only about 10% of a team. The game we play is, if I actually like you and I know my feedback goes on the record and affects your compensation, I'm bound to amp up the positives and tone down anything negative. That leaves the remaining 90% of us feeling safe, but starving for meaningful feedback that can help us be our best. It's no wonder employees today rank opportunities to learn and grow above compensation when they're deciding where to work. The lack of meaningful feedback is lowering performance, and people will get fed up and leave. This is costing companies money, which is why the F word needs to get redefined now. Introducing Grow, the world's fastest way to give meaningful feedback. People install our Slack app for free in seconds. What you see here is why everyone loves Grow's Give Feedback flow. Our templates help you overcome writer's block and submit in under 2 minutes. We've achieved product market fit and have started going viral. Grow's already been installed by over 1,000 teams across 62 countries, including companies like Netflix, IBM, and eBay. Since joining 500, we've grown MRR at 300% and just hit 6K. And we've done all this without spending a cent on marketing. Here's how we land and expand. Word of mouth is causing our distribution channels to take notice. For example, Slack featured us right alongside Google and Zoom as a top 3 app. When employees start using and loving Grow, I simply loop in HR, show them real engagement metrics, and close deals on our pro plan. And that's why we're winning. People actually use Grow. Grow users get 20 times more feedback than with our competitors, and that feedback is higher quality too, because we tap into the wisdom of the team. Companies spend $9 billion a year to solve the feedback problem, and based on our current growth rate, we should hit $1 million in ARR this year. Richard and I embraced feedback while leading teams at Epic and Bridgewater Associates before we met in grad school at Cornell. So if you want to help us redefine the F word, learn why we've planted over 10,000 real trees, or hear about why people have stopped saying feedback and started saying grow, come join us in our breakout room. Let's grow together.
I'm Sergio, and this is Get On Board. We are the leading recruitment platform in the Latin American tech industry. Top enterprises and startups of Latin America have been our paying customers for as much as 5 years. Network effects are kicking in. Our revenue growth accelerates while our marketing spend decreases. Finding tech talent is hard and painful for every company that is not a tech giant. There are many tools, but they only look at part of the problem. No wonder recruiters spend 13 hours a week just finding people for a single role. Get On Board offers them a simple experience that makes recruiting a breeze. Our platform connects companies and tech talent and offers sourcing and screening tools in one place. So we turn those 13 hours into just one. And this is why our customers love us and keep coming back. Companies will go where the talent is, and we make the talent prefer Get On Board to apply to jobs, thanks to a great user experience and curated content. This is why professionals have sent over 500,000 job applications through our platform. And this talent pool is attractive not only to Latin American companies, it's also the future for US companies building global workforces. In a remote world, maybe borders don't matter anymore, but time zones still do. The biggest pain to build a global team is time zone alignment. So think about the potential of millions of remote professionals in the same time zone. We are making it possible. There's still so much room to grow in Latin America, and we have the head start. Winning Latin America will allow us to enter the US remote talent market. We are ready. We have a product that companies and talent love, traction and network effects, and a head start in Latin America. The future of work is remote and global, and it begins here. You can be part of the pioneers. Thank you.
Next up, we have our 3 companies in the e-commerce and reseller marketplace space. AppBind is a platform that's bringing SaaS into the $325 billion reseller market. EcoCart is an e-commerce API that calculates and offsets the carbon footprint of online shopping. Invitica is a B2B wholesale marketplace that connects brands to retailers and encompasses smart analytics to help increase buying potential.
Hi, I'm Sunir, CEO of AppBind. We're bringing SaaS into the massive software reseller market. It's a problem my co-founder Joe and I have been obsessed with for over 10 years. Joe, he started off at Accenture, and along the way started and sold 3 software companies, all in the system integrator space. And I myself not only started the marketing and partnership teams at FreshBooks and Olurk LiveChat, but also founded and run the Cloud Software Association, the network of over 4,000 SaaS partnership leaders. We're obsessed because the B2B SaaS reseller market is broken. While most of B2B software is resold, over $325 billion, B2B SaaS has struggled to crack even $23 billion a year. Why? Well, when a company says to you, hey, I love your product, how do I get it for my customers? It's supposed to be the easiest sale you've ever made. When I sell licensed software, we literally just ship boxes of software to our resellers and we were done. Subscriptions make this really hard for resellers like IT consultants and dev shops and marketing agencies because there are 2 problems. Number 1, customers have to own their own data. So how does a reseller sign up for a subscription that they can manage while the customers own and control? Number 2, how do resellers pay for these subscriptions? They don't spend every month tracking these variable recurring charges, and they're afraid at the end of their customer engagements, they're going to be stuck paying for their customer subscriptions. AppBind solves this with a really simple but powerful idea. We create a virtual shared email address that allows resellers to sign up for subscriptions, but we also forward all the emails to their customers so the customers own and control the subscriptions. We also create a virtual credit card so resellers can pay for subscriptions, but we automatically expense their customers and add the reseller's service fee so the reseller can make money too. How does AppBind make money? Well, we're a network. We charge the SaaS companies a platform fee to reach our network of resellers, and we charge a transaction fee for everything bought through AppBind. We originally went after the reseller half of the network, and that's growing nicely, 16% month over month. Now we're raising to go after the SaaS half of the network. Come talk to us to own your piece of the massive SaaS reseller market.
climate change. It's the biggest threat humanity has ever faced. E-commerce is a huge contributor and people know it, but people are lazy. They don't want to change their behavior and sacrifice convenience. EcoCart is an API for e-commerce brands that empowers shoppers to make their orders carbon neutral at checkout. Shoppers love it. 1 in 4 consumers who see the box click it. Businesses love it too. It's free and increases their cart conversion. We have over 300 brands on board after just 8 months, and they're sticking around. We're seeing over 98% annualized revenue retention. More and bigger brands are joining the EcoCart community. Our average revenue per customer is increasing fast. We are seeing revenue growth of over 80% month over month since we launched. We've spent months developing our carbon offset algorithm alongside climatology PhDs. Here's how it works. We calculate the carbon footprint of each order at checkout by looking at shipping distance, package weight, and product type. Then we fund the most impactful certified carbon offset projects, like planting trees or building wind farms. Our community has already offset over 25 million pounds of carbon emissions, which is like saving 500,000 trees. We've been able to collect millions of data points across hundreds of thousands of orders. This lets us map what it means to be an eco-conscious consumer, which enables us to target more precisely and has reduced our customer acquisition cost by 10x. Most importantly, we know what the next generation of consumers will be buying next. My co-founder and I previously started a rental marketplace community, which was acquired by Rentthis.com. We've spent less than $10,000 in sales and marketing to get to over a $200,000 annualized revenue run rate. We have over $1 million in deals ready to go live in the first half of this year and are quickly becoming the new checkout standard in e-commerce and beyond. Join us on our journey in saving the planet, one order at a time.
My name is Sean Bovell, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Invidica. And here at Invidica, our goal is to make e-commerce easier and more accessible for consumers to even get into. Just this month alone, we've already generated over $450,000 in GMV, and with only 50 retailers on the site. And we're growing at a pretty impressive rate, about 30% each month. But why is this happening? Well, that's because the B2B wholesale space is out of date. There are millions of e-commerce retailers flooding onto marketplaces like Amazon, eBay, and Shopify, generating billions of dollars each year. They're constantly trying to find products to sell and get the best pricing, all while trying to predict if it's even going to sell in the first place. And more importantly, they don't want to touch the product. How would I know that? Well, that's because I used to be one of them. And that's why I created Invidica. Invidica has a vast catalog of products, and we offer close to distribution level pricing so our retailers can compete head on even against giants like Amazon. And more importantly, we offer data analytics tools and a hands-off solution so they don't even have to touch inventory. The B2B wholesale space is huge, with it being over $8 trillion in the United States alone. And our goal here at Invidica is to take a small percentage of that within 5 years. And on both sides of the aisle, you have analytics tools like FBA Toolkit and Keepa, providing pathways for retailers to figure out what's going to sell. And on the other side, you have wholesale marketplaces like Fair.com and Tundra popping up. And that's kind of what makes Invidica kind of cool. We're a little bit of both. We make it easier for retailers to find product, predict what's going to sell, and make money, all while not having too much of an overhead. We've already been in this space for over 14 years and have generated scraping and analytics tools and tested it out ourselves. We've made over $1.6 million on Amazon in the past 2 years. We know what we're doing, and we're really passionate about it. And our goal is to make e-commerce more accessible for everybody. We have over 20,000 products on our catalog. And again, we're barely scratching the surface, with over $450,000 just this month alone. Come check us out.
Let's take a look at our 4 companies in the developer and security space. Adapty helps grow in-app subscriptions. Amixer is an open source incident observability platform for DevOps and SRE. Penfield is a cybersecurity startup modeling cybersecurity analysts' skill sets in real time to facilitate contextual decision making. Plant an App is a developer of a low-code, cloud-based platform designed to facilitate rapid development and deployment of web applications.
Hi, my name is Vitaly and I'm a founder and CEO of Adapti. We grow sales funnel for mobile and app subscriptions. Pick a random app. Most likely it will have a subscription-based monetization. And just imagine, in a $6 billion market that's almost doubling in size each year, only 3% of users become paid subscribers, and this number is decreasing. We offer two ways of growing subscriptions. It's a no-code A/B testing for paywalls, so marketers can remotely configure and test checkout screens without new app release. Our 100 of users showed that we increased revenue on average to 25%. Then, it's marketing automation in push notifications. Target the right audience and return up to 10% of lost customers. What makes us unique is our focus on subscriptions rather than one-time purchase. Subscriptions are everywhere, but the toolset for growing and comparing them does not exist yet, because it requires a different kind of math. So we use statistics to build prediction models for LTV, and it works like a network effect. So as more data and users we have, as better it works for each. And we're a one-stop solution, which means we give developers everything to deploy, analyze, and optimize subscriptions. And it's proved with our results. We can increase subscription conversion rate up to 2 times and increase revenue up to 40%. We know each other over 5 years, and before Adaptive we built a business with over $1 million in yearly sales. And we developed Adaptive for our own apps. And since launch in February, we grow 20% each month. And if you also believe that subscriptions is the future, just feel free to write me.
Hello, my name is Matvey. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Amixer. All cloud services have monitoring systems under the hood. Monitoring systems sometimes generate hundreds of notifications a day, even for a small team. Missed notification could cause a downtime. Notifications during the night drive engineering team crazy. Incident management platforms address this problem, but they are pricey and complex. It makes them inaccessible for most of DevOps and SRE. That's why we've built Amixer. Amixer is simple and effective incident management platform with focus on corporate messengers. Engineers love it. More than 200 of engineers use Amixer to process more than 700,000 incidents a month. It's a lot of data. So we are proud to announce our go-to-market strategy for this $25 billion market. Amixer open source. Self-hosted core will provide incident management to the wide audience of DevOps and SRE. Enterprise customers will enjoy the ability to store sensitive data inside and achieve reliability using our cloud service. Amixer will be the only one incident management platform in the default cloud stack, alongside with Docker, Kubernetes, Prometheus, and Grafana. It will allow us to achieve the adoption by 70% of American enterprises. Our team has deep experience with infrastructure. We founders know each other for 20 years. Please reach out to us if you want to revolutionize incident management. Thank you.
Imagine for a second you're a bank. What are the 3 scariest words a cybercriminal can tell you? Is it shaken, not stirred? No, it's you have been hacked. Instead of replacing analysts, Penfield is the first to augment their capabilities using machine intelligence. In other words, we prepare the next generation of James Bonds. Penfield works with Canada's equivalent to NSA for cybersecurity, a top 30 global cybersecurity company, and we're even deploying within the military this year. The market is filled with attack detection tools. While simple attacks get automated, complex attacks from the deadliest villains require manual processes which just doesn't scale. This leads to costly breaches. This is a $3.7 billion problem in the US alone, and the bad guys are always winning. So we assembled a great team. I graduated from the University of Waterloo in engineering and have since then been a cybersecurity consultant for IBM, Royal Bank of Canada, Fortune 60 Telco, and more. And my co-founder, Dr. Hassan, has a PhD from Waterloo and has over 25 published papers in the top journals. And together, we built Penfield. Penfield's patent-pending AI is the first to model the skill sets of analysts in real time, enabling us to perform skill set visualization, intelligent task distribution, intelligent auditing, and intelligent training. But don't just take my word for it. We demonstrated a 38% reduction in time to resolve attacks by working with one of the largest cybersecurity companies in Canada, and even the founder is coming on board as an early investor. Unlike our competitors, Penfield is the only company to model the skill sets of analysts in real time, enabling complex decisions to drastically improve the speed and accuracy of incident resolution. And we're moving fast. An intelligence organization is already working with us and is co-sponsoring a $1 million non-dilutive investment with the military. We're also in the technical diligence phase with a number of companies which will generate 4.5 million ARR. So if you want to turbocharge the next generation of agents, please reach out. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bogdan. I am the founder and CEO of Plantain App, a low-code development platform that's truly democratizing software development. Low-code is a new way to develop software that's 20 times faster than custom development with 80% cost savings. There is no degradation in quality, scalability, or flexibility. It's no wonder that Gartner predicts that within the next 4 years, 2/3 of the application development will happen with low-code. The market is rapidly growing at 45% annually. Perhaps the best way to explain it is to look at what our customers build with Plantain App. The University of Strathclyde needed a complex system to keep track of COVID testing for 20,000 students. Can you guess how long it took to build this system? 2 days. The same system would have taken 12 weeks through custom development or 4 weeks if it was built with other low-code tools. Our unique approach is to bring IT and non-IT on the same development platform, integrating modern development tools such as business process modeling, GitHub, and not one, but multiple programming languages. This greatly accelerates adoption and delivery. And our approach is very well received. So far, we acquired 48 customers that generated $500,000 in revenue last year. On average, we grew 15% month over month. Our customers are mainly in healthcare, where we focus most of our sales efforts. They build complex systems such as patient portal or EAP systems. We also have a good fit in other sectors such as education or government. The most important thing to know about our team is that Plantain App is a spin-off from a developer tools company. We have proven our ability to deliver world-class software and become leaders in the market. We are Plantain App and we are disrupting the low-code space. If you are interested to learn more, let's get in touch.
And now for our look at deep tech. Mightyfly is drastically reducing both the time and cost of expedited deliveries for businesses and governments using autonomous cargo aircraft. Omnitron Sensors has developed proprietary IP to completely reshape the silicon process from 2D to 3D. Drover is the world's first AI-powered IoT module for last-mile transportation fleets. Butler tracks trajectory, posture, and temperature to give actionable intelligence to assisted living, homes, offices, and public spaces, all while safeguarding privacy.
Hi, we are MightyFly. We are building the future of logistics via large autonomous cargo aircraft. For us, aerospace is more than a profession. It is a way to transform our lives. So I'm exploring every aspect of it, from being a pilot to building my own two-seater airplane in my garage into transforming logistics. My co-founder has similar dedication. He has built 12 different unmanned aircraft through his career. And our passion is coupled with expertise. Have developed the autopilot that flew 20,000 flights. My co-founder has led mechanical engineering to manufacturing, and our head of business development has a long experience in BD. I met my co-founder at Zipline, where we loved the mission, but we saw huge limitations to small drones. They can only carry one package and have a short range of less than 50 miles. With this, you cannot transform logistics. You cannot solve the problem of expedited deliveries being expensive and inefficient. To solve this at MightyFly, we are building large autonomous cargo aircraft that carry up to 500 pounds of cargo and have a range up to 600 miles. With this, we will transform logistics. Given our expertise, we are moving very fast. In less than a year, we have developed the autopilot, built with full-scale aircraft that carries 100 pounds of cargo, and we are currently performing controlled test flights. Next, we're in discussion to perform a pilot delivery service in the US. And in Australia, Queensland government has given us a letter of intent to perform a pilot in 2022. The expert in autonomy, the US Air Force, has given us a research and development grant to continue on the development of our platform. These are the building blocks for the future of logistics we're building, where expedited deliveries are going to be affordable, fast, and carbon neutral. We're starting with the US and Australia, then we will move to the rest of the globe. We believe that this is the perfect time. The FAA has issued multiple commercial drone certifications and allowed flight beyond visual line of sight. At MightyFly, we're building the future of logistics. If you want to be part of tomorrow, come talk to us.
Do you know how many sensors are currently in the phone that you carry with you every day? Well, in this model, there are 12, and the number of sensors that we carry is going in one direction. My name is Eric, and I am the CEO of Omnitron Sensors, and I'm here today to tell you why Omnitron is rewriting the script on building high-performance and low-cost sensors. I'll start with our team, as it is uniquely qualified to build these sensors. Trent and I met at Lumidai and were leaders at a semiconductor sensor startup that was acquired by Google in 2015. Trent, my co-founder, has spent years at Google, where he runs the quantum computing hardware team. He currently has 20 patents and 20 years of experience at the very top of the MEMS field. As for myself, I've worked at Tesla, where I ran the Model 3 software program, Google X as a lead avionics team lead, and at Argo AI, where I led the sensor tech development suite. So what's the problem with today's sensors? Well, they're simply just not that good. In the chart, you can see that we've made big steps forward in other exponential technologies like semiconductors. But despite being a core component to most sensors, MEMS has not followed the traditional Moore's law trajectory and has been flat for more than 10 years. So whoever revolutionizes MEMS design will get a unique new bridge and access to an extremely large wallet in the sensor world. And we have designed that bridge. Our manufacturing IP will give companies the ability to design MEMS devices in 3 dimensions versus 2 dimensions. Having this control at the micron level allows us for improvements in yield, reliability, performance, and cost. The addressable market for this technology is huge. It's estimated by 2025 the sensor market will be worth $287 billion. The MEMS market is predicted to be $18 billion, which, as you can see, seems small in comparison, but we believe this is where the big opportunity lies. People say software is going to eat the world, but as good as software currently is, we won't be able to realize the future we imagine without big steps forward in hardware. Fundamental flaws in sensor technology that can only be solved by going back to first principles was why we founded Omnitron Sensors. This is a problem that we're both truly passionate about solving. Thank you.
Electric scooters are littered around cities, and it's your fault. I'm happy to say Drover is going to crush it by fixing the mess you made. Despite attempts to make sure users obey the law, it shockingly turns out that humans are terrible at following rules. But make no mistake, micromobility is not only here to stay, It is the future of urban transportation and a rapidly growing market, even in the face of COVID. It just needs a little wrangling, and Drover is great at wrangling scooters. The rub is that cities are fed up, want solutions, and are no longer shy about requiring them. The scooter companies have had over 2 years to come up with viable solutions and haven't. Drover is taking the lead, we're market ready, and we're able to scale, unlike any of our competitors. Scooters all have little black boxes that allow them to be tracked and managed. They're just not as smart as they should be. Drover's black box takes it to the next level by leveraging edge-based AI and computer vision to deliver real-time detection of sidewalks, streets, and bike lanes, effectively managing the scooters themselves instead of hoping users behave. But don't take my word for it. Spin recently announced a partnership with us to deploy our tech across thousands of vehicles in their fleet. Yes, Drover will help comply with regulations, mitigate bad user behavior, and increase operating margin. But above all, Spin knows it will help them win valuable permits and stay ahead of the pack in a hyper-competitive market. And it's not just Spin. Multiple operators globally are under contract with us, all willing to pay our monthly SaaS fee per vehicle. Everything we do at Drover is informed by extensive experience in this space, as this is mine and Christian's third company together in micromobility. And we have added uniquely qualified co-founders to help us execute on our goals. Your days of lawless scooting are over, because Drover is here, and we are on a mission to enable operators to deliver on the promise and huge potential of micromobility. If you want to learn more about how our tech will make a difference across thousands of vehicles, come talk to us. I'm Alex Nessick, co-founder of Drover AI, and I thank you for your time.
Hello everyone, my name is Honghao Deng. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Butler. At Butler, we develop a new generation wireless sensing system to track individuals' posture, indoor location, while safeguarding privacy. It does not take any footages, and battery lasts more than 2 years. It can be used in any space, home, assisted living, office, or retail. Butler is a spin-off from MIT Media Lab. The Butler team is from MIT, Harvard, and Berkeley. Today, Butler's total signed contract value is over $20 million, a 20 times growth compared to 10 months ago. Unlike outdoor GPS, indoor tracking is still a problem unsolved today. Cameras have privacy issues and expensive to install. Affordable solutions like Bluetooth beacons and Wi-Fi are not accurate and need actual device attached to people. Butler is the world's first and only solution that is accurate, inexpensive, 100% wireless that can track location, occupancy, posture, temperature at the same time, all while safeguarding privacy. Butler sells API subscription and hardware infrastructure for integrators to build their own product using our state-of-the-art technology. Butler has been white labeling our technology to major system integrators in retail and assisted living. Our current TCV is over $20 million. In response to the COVID-19 pandemic, we added occupancy control, queue management, and temperature screening API module to reduce cost and risk for business owners. In almost every Verizon stores in San Francisco City, you can check the real-time wait time for the nearby store captured by our sensor. In public spaces, our technology can track individuals' trajectories to generate insight of the usage and improve sanitization during the pandemic. The same trajectory tracking technology also have a broad use case in assisted living to monitor well-being of elderly while protecting their privacy. Butler have signed over 50,000 assisted living apartments to monitor elderly's indoor location, moving speed, and daily calorie burn. Imagine a physical world that truly understands users' needs, responsive and intelligent, powered by Butler. If you want to be part of it, reach out to d@butler.tech.
Up next, we have our two companies in the healthcare space. ASH provides easy STI testing kits for use from the comfort of your own home. Sira Medical develops augmented reality software to help clinicians with pre-surgical planning, training, and education by providing patient-specific holograms derived from the same data used to generate a conventional CT scan or MRI.
Today I want to tell you about my doctor, Dr. Rose. You see, Dr. Rose sees over 30 patients a day on video. 50% of those patients required lab work for Dr. Rose to provide follow-up care. Once Dr. Rose orders those tests, the patient has to find a testing location, book an appointment, wait in a waiting room for their sample to be collected, and this whole process can take over 2 weeks. You see, what Dr. Rose really wants is to provide the most accurate and quick follow-up care that he can, and so that his processes remain the same. That's why we started ASH, a modern at-home diagnostics company. In just 4 months since launch, we built a complete offering to enable at-home collection for testing. Without us, providers like Dr. Rose would have to build their own tech stack, secure licensing, assemble kits, and find a lab network. With ASH, we got a Dr. Rose up and running in less than 3 weeks. ASH takes this horrible testing experience and enables Dr. Rose's patients to do it by themselves in the comfort of their own homes. By the end of Q1, we'll be processing over 1,000 kits per month with $100,000 in revenue per month. And we are on track for $500,000 in revenue with a qualified pipeline by Q3. And this is just the beginning. As we expand to include a range of diagnostics, we enter the $156 billion combined at-home care market and diagnostics market. And ASH is already in talk with major institutions to enable this. You see, by partnering with providers like Dr. Rose, instead of competing with them, we enable the current system to better serve their patients, and it's the reason we can't keep up with demand. Come talk to us if you're interested in the only all-in-one solution to remote diagnostic care. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rick from Sura Medical. We're developing augmented reality software to help clinicians with pre-surgical planning by providing them with patient-specific holograms that have been derived from the same data used to generate a conventional CT scan or MRI. So, many of us have been there. We've had a child on the playground fall, hurt herself, and head to the emergency room. A CT scan at the emergency room reveals an elbow fracture with a number of bone fragments. And for surgeons, putting these fragments back in the right place is like putting a jigsaw puzzle together. And oftentimes, many of these fragments fail to show up on either CTs or MRIs, and this lack of anatomical clarity causes big problems for surgeons because they know if they don't get their surgery right, there are consequences. Malunions, deformities, surgery redos, just to name a few. In fact, this concept of hidden or unexpected anatomy accounts for 25% of all errors in surgery. So imagine, if you will, downloading an augmented reality model using Sura Medical technology where you can get a much better sense of this patient's anatomy. This means less time in the operating room and fewer patient complications. Based on our pilot study at the University of California, San Francisco, we saved over 20% of operating room time. This means enormous cost savings and revenue opportunities for our hospital and health system customers. We are sponsored by a number of well-respected organizations, including UCSF, where we've delivered over 120 models across 7 specialties for 40 separate surgeons. I've been involved in digital health for 15 years as an entrepreneur and business development executive. My 2 co-founders, Jesse and Ben, are UCSF radiologists. Sura Medical is an award-winning technology. We're here to transform the $15 billion market for CTs and MRIs. If you'd like to learn more, please reach out to us.
And now, FinTech. Brave Credit is working on people to build and manage their credit. Awesome teaches teens and their parents financial literacy by intertwining video content with actual full-service banking.
Hi, my name is Jorge and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Brave Credit. Think about the last time you went to a supermarket. It's really shocking to think that every other person you meet could have a subprime credit score. This means that they pay 3 times as much for car loans and up to 2 times as much for mortgages. In fact, it's a $200 billion market that's growing because of COVID. That's because when unemployment goes up, credit scores go down. Last Great Recession, 20 million people lost 50 or more points on their scores, and we are in a worse position now. And unfortunately, it's really hard to rebuild credit. Some people pay $150 a month to have somebody else figure it out for them, and doing it yourself can be extremely confusing because there are so many parts of credit. We're Brave Credit, and we're helping people easily rebuild and manage their credit scores. We're starting by helping people review their credit reports for issues for free. This is because we found that adults with subprime scores that are actively trying to improve their scores go to their reports to take action on any issues. We condense the dozens of very dense pages that people find on their reports into simple interfaces where they can take actions. We then offer them products that rebuild healthy new credit without taking on debt. And we're doing this efficiently. Since 6 months ago, we're growing to over 2,600 users, and we're acquiring them very cheaply for an average of $3. We make money when our users open up products that we refer to them, and this gives us attractive initial economics. We're planning on offering our own product that will create a better credit building experience while at the same time improving our margins. Our team has the background and the passion to tackle this problem. My background is in strategy and business development at Personal Capital, and I also worked as a financial inclusion investor. My co-founder has significant experience in software development and data science in financial services consulting. Our thesis is that you rebuild trust by rebuilding credit. So this way we can help families as they get back on their feet and their children when they join the credit system. If you want to join us on that journey, come talk to us.
We are awesome. You're a bank for teenagers. Would you agree that a lesson learned through pain or joy is likely to stay with you forever? We teach your teens financial literacy by letting them burn their fingers while dealing with real credit cards and other financial products. In a safe environment and under parental supervision, of course. My name is Ali Bek, CEO of Awesome. We have found a unique solution to the well-known hard problem of financial literacy, and we launched this past Christmas. 72% of parents say their kids do not understand the value of money. 2/3 of people make at least one major avoidable financial mistake before turning 30. Unlike some of our competitors, we don't teach financial literacy by playing dancing dollar bill videos or by just automating allowances. We are a neobank, and we help parents teach their teens by exposing them to all the real financial products they will encounter in their adult life. For example, with this MasterCard, teens borrow money not from the bank, but from world's friendliest lender, their parent. Let them borrow too much. Let them skip a payment. Let them learn the lesson the hard way while they're 13, not 23, when their credit limit is like $50, not 50,000. Another example, $500 loan for an Xbox feels like a mortgage to a teenager. In the process, we become the very first bank in teens' life. We become teens' first credit card. With us, they deposit their first check. With us, they will buy their first Tesla stock. Chances are they will keep banking with us forever. My partner Alex is a well-accomplished marketer who knows how to sell at scale. I've spent over 20 years in retail banking industry. I've built multiple banks, including a bank for youth, and now I'm doing it again. So what I'm saying is that we, Awesome Bank, found a unique solution to a huge problem. Come talk to us about this biggest trend in retail banking, teen banking.
And now for our companies in the consumer space. MemeCheck is the ultimate meme and keyboard app. Posh builds the tools that empower pet groomers to start, run, and grow their own local, mobile, or house call pet grooming business, disrupting a $30 billion industry. Ryu Games provides SDKs that monetize games primarily through social interaction without hurting user experience.
"2020 has been a tough time, and we are on the internet more than ever. and the culture of the internet is memes. And we make that happen. Introducing you to Meme Chat, a platform all about memes. And today I'm going to talk about the key elements driving its growth. The first key element being creation. Users can create memes on any topic and even get paid for making memes, where they make memes on a paid template sponsored by a brand. This led us to a revenue of $450,000. We've had 5.7 million memes created on the platform till date. The second key element is viewership, giving people a feed that they love, filled with trending content and memes that are most relatable to them. We have about 30 minutes spent on the product every day. The third and the most important element is distribution. Since memes go viral when they're shared, hence we had to come up with something highly effective and intuitive. For this, we made a keyboard on iOS and Android, where users can share memes instantly with their friends. They can even add a personal touch by deepfaking their own faces in these memes. We have 150,000 memes sent a day and 600,000 searches a day just on the keyboard. At present, we have 100,000 daily active users and 500,000 monthly active users, growing 4% day over day. We have grown over 2x over the past 3 weeks since we launched a revamped version of the app at the beginning of the year. Me and my co-founder Taran have built the core product all by ourselves. We both are CS engineers and have been in the social media meme space for over 7 years. Built a distribution channel of meme pages with upwards of 250 million in following. In the future, we plan to create tools to automate meme creation at the click of a button using the large data set we currently have. Create a recommendation engine to supply you guys with the best memes. Since we are currently based in India, devise a playbook to expand internationally and reach our next milestone of 7 million monthly active users. Thank you. If you want to add a bit of humor in your life or want me to be a regular memes dealer, let's get in touch.
There are roughly 1.1 million pets in New York City. That amounts to about 1 pet in every 3 homes. And yet, for every 10,000 pets in the city, there's only 1 mobile groomer. Hi, we are Posh, and we enable pet groomers across the US to start independent pet grooming businesses. And for pet parents, we make it easy for them to hire the best pet groomers in their cities. Groomers need to spend $50,000 to $60,000 to start their own mobile grooming businesses, and as a result, only 1% manage to do that. And there are 500,000 pet groomers in the US alone who need help. With Posh, pet groomers can start, run, and grow their own local grooming businesses with an average startup cost of $500. 90% of pet groomers make less than $18 an hour, while Posh enables them to earn 2 to 3x more. Our business model is clearly winning, and we are crushing our competition. Pet grooming is a supply-constrained business, and yet we have grown from 14 groomers 4 months ago to 550 groomers today. The secret sauce behind our growth is our groomer-first business model. Groomers on Posh earn 100% of the groom price. Yes, you heard it right. Unlike other gig economy marketplaces, we deliberately chose not to undercut our service providers, and we strongly believe that's the only way to build an ethical marketplace business. And we have an amazing team to do this. Posh is my second marketplace startup, and prior to this, I worked as a product designer at Apple. Kim, our CTO, built our iOS app in 2 weeks flat. Samantha worked as a pet groomer for the past 10 years and knows how to spot a good groomer. Because of our great service, an amazing groomer network, we have grown our revenue by over 30% week over week. We have figured out how to make in-home pet grooming work, and our growth proves that. And what's more, our groomer network and software tools enables us to go beyond pet grooming. We are taking this opportunity now to change the way pet parents think about grooming and offer bar-raising experiences and dominate the category. If you are excited about what we're doing, let's chat.
Hi, my name is Ross Krasner, and I'm CEO and co-founder of Ryu Games. We're building a platform for mobile game developers to monetize their game with cash tournaments where users pay an entry fee and compete against other players in a game of skill for a cash prize. We're a team of gamers and game developers, and we've stacked our investors with experts from the gaming and cash gaming space. The skill-based real money out gaming ecosystem is one of the fastest growing segments in all of gaming. 5 out of the top 10 casino category games are real money out skill-based cash games, and Skillz, an early player in this industry, just IPO'd at the end of last year for $10 billion. But for game studios who look to get into this fast-growing segment, they run into a lot of challenges, like state-by-state compliance. Our solution is an easy-to-implement SDK that allows them to quickly turn their game into a real money tournament platform. A real money tournament might look like 2 players who pay an entry fee of $3 and the winner getting a $5 cash prize. We set up our system in a way that allows us to aggressively cross-promote users. This gives us the benefit of, if we're running marketing in one of our games, every game in our network benefits. And we've already shown this to be quite effective. With the average number of games a user who deposits and plays in multiple games plays is 5.7 games. We're at the beginning of hockey stick growth. We're getting 1,500 installs per week and growing 30% week over week. We're starting with a core base of 9 games, but we have many studios interested, including some of the biggest names in the world. Just yesterday, we had a publisher sign an LOI with us that they want to spend $600,000 a month on marketing, and we anticipate getting to 1 million monthly active users by the end of this year with those types of relationships. So if you're interested in talking, we'd be excited to talk with you as well, and thank you very much.
Last but not least, these 4 companies are making an impact in the creator economy. CloutJam is a professional-grade business management platform for the next generation of online creators and influencers. Apothecary is a data-driven skincare discovery platform for consumers and brands. Thematic is an exchange built for the creator class, enabling the sharing of creative assets, services, and resources. Kindu is a developer of an online platform intended for social influencers to professionalize their businesses.
All right, let's play a game. It's called Guess That Segment. Are you ready? This segment has 45 million underserved SMBs who struggle daily to manage their businesses. Last year, they collectively grossed over $10 billion in revenue, yet no one seemed to notice. Final hint, 80% of these SMB owners are female. Any guesses who I'm referring to? The correct answer is influencers. But if you guess creators, you're also correct because they're the same thing. Regardless of what you call them, it's time to stop treating influencers like a fad and more like the next generation of publishers and SMBs that they are. I'm Trevor, the CEO of CloutJam, a platform that helps emerging creators win at the business of being an influencer. Before you scoff, check yourself and let me tell you a story about one of these SMBs. Sam here runs a 6-figure influencer business with a community of only 34,000 followers. Brands love her because her content outperforms larger creators by 5x. Now, to maximize her opportunities, Sam sources deals from more than a dozen different marketplaces, but they spam her with so many requests, it's impossible to separate the signal from the noise. Top earners use agencies, but Sam and 96% of her peers are left to their own devices and losing out on thousands of potential income each month. We built CloutJam to enable millions of creators like Sam to launch, manage, and grow their business independently. We consolidate all of an influencer's income sources and automate sales, contracting, and accounts receivable, tasks that would otherwise take hours of creator time every day. In other words, we give underdogs the ability to run their business like the big dogs, and we don't make money unless creators do. On that note, creators in our closed beta are winning big time. Collectively, they've been able to close 30% more deals and increase their monthly earnings by over 50%. Already, they've managed over $400,000 of revenue through CloutJam. Sam from earlier is our co-founder and CCO, not to mention an award-winning influencer and serial entrepreneur. Our CTO, Paul, is a battle-tested engineering lead, and he and I built some of the most successful publisher monetization products on the planet earlier in our careers. I also helped my last startup acquire 60,000 creators in less than 18 months. We know what it takes to build great companies because we've been there before and have 3 former company exits to prove it. No team is better suited to this challenge. This is all just our first step towards building a more equitable future for independent creators. So if you share this passion, come speak with us. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christine, and I'm the founder and CEO of Apothecary, the next-gen retailer for beauty. A whopping 70% of Gen Z buys beauty products they discover through creators, not in store. This is a $540 billion market, but the retail model hasn't been disrupted in decades. L'Oreal's problem is they're out of touch. Today's consumer trusts normal people sharing honest experiences like this. And that's great for creators, but monetizing is a whole other story. We make it easier than ever to make your first sale with top brands in 10 minutes. No other platform offers the solution that creators so desperately want. And that's why our community of creators is growing 250% month over month. At this rate, we'll be onboarding hundreds of thousands of creators by next year, each of them bringing in an average of 30,000 active shoppers. We're built for exponential growth. We have Hiram and creators like him onboarding as we speak. And while it's great to work with macro influencers, this is a game changer for the 45 million micro creators who feel like they're missing out. Here are just a fraction of the 544 brands that we're connecting to our creators. And with affiliate and dropshipping partnerships with these brands, we're a purely software business. We take 35% and never touch the product. As we continue to grow our community and collect data, we're constantly improving the consumer shopping experience. And this creator storefront model can expand into adjacent categories. This is how beauty products will continue to sell well into the future, and we are perfectly positioned to capture that value with our team, which comes with over 50 years of experience in big tech, e-commerce, and dermatology. I'm Christine, we're Apothecary, and our bet is that the creator will unlock the next generation of retail. Thank you.
Platforms like Spotify, YouTube, and Patreon have fueled a $25 billion creator economy. While more people are monetizing their audiences than ever before, the lack of discovery and collaboration opportunities has resulted in this wealth being concentrated at the top. Hi, my name is Mark and I'm the co-founder of Thematic, and we've built a platform where creators interact, share resources, and exchange value. Now, if you watch YouTube videos, I'm sure you know how impactful the right music can be. But did you also know that improperly licensed music on YouTube is a $3 billion problem? Meanwhile, 40,000 songs are uploaded to Spotify every day. But without marketing resources, independent artists struggle to get their music discovered. Until now, on Thematic, creators license music for their content in exchange for promotion. Our algorithm recommends songs to creators that match the aesthetic of their content, who in turn broadcast to millions of fans, making music discoverable to new audiences. It's a win-win, and it's working. Since our launch, 600,000 songs have been licensed, generating 9 billion song plays and driving over 6 million new fans to artists. Best of all, these new fans are also discovering Thematic for the first time. And what we're seeing is that every user that publishes a video ends up bringing 4 new ones to the platform. It's because of this viral loop we were able to 10x our user growth this last year. My co-founder Audrey and I have spent the last 9 years building creator tools and communities. And our other co-founder, Michelle Fawn, helped to pioneer the creator economy and has a previous billion-dollar exit in the space. It was through her personal battle with copyrights that drove us to solve this problem. We charge $8 a month for premium features, which are designed to scale with creators at every stage of their career. Last month, we signed a partnership with Twitch to scale our user growth, and we will be enabling additional creative assets and services on the platform in Q2. More than 50 million people consider themselves creators, so the long tail is massive. Please join us as we help more creatives turn their passions into careers. Thank you.
Big brands and your portfolio companies are going to lose $5 billion this year to fraud. Now, what if I told you that number is just from the 60% of all influencer accounts showing at least one form of fraud? And what if I told you that we could solve for it? Hi, I'm Kelly McDonald. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Kindu, and we solve for social media's biggest problems: fraud, attribution, and content safety. And here's how we do it. Kindu has analyzed the profiles of more than 80 million follower accounts. We know which ones are real people and which ones are fake bots. And our AI understands which influencers they follow and what content they engage with. We're tracking every paid post on the major social networks and scoring its performance. Our Know Your Audience database scores influencers for authenticity and engagement while providing brands with insights that go beyond the swipe. And our 14-point content safety check looks for posts containing things like profanity, nudity, violence, divisive language, or sensitive social topics, ensuring brands aren't working with the hashtag fake famous or worse. Now, brands of all sizes are already trusting our data, including large enterprise brands like PillPack and Minted, and direct-to-consumer brands like Pluto and Canacraft. Our North Star is for brands to be able to plug into our data and predict the influencers that will drive commerce. We see influencer marketing as our wedge into the global predictive analytics market. Getting there will require an experienced team. We can do it. Get it? Can do? We can do it. Jen and I are the perfect founder duo. I'm a sales and operations expert with a track record in building high-performing teams from scratch and a background in data marketing. Jen is a data and AI genius. He's a 3-time founder with 1 exit and was the chief architect at OpenX, the world's 2nd largest ad exchange platform. Together, we've already onboarded a team of trusted former colleagues. Now, if you're interested in predicting the future of social commerce with us, let's chat.
Thank you all for joining us today in celebrating the remarkable achievement of these 29 companies that make up Batch 27. We hope you enjoyed hearing from them. Don't forget, if you'd like to learn more about any of the companies you saw today, please visit 500demoday.co. Thank you again to our network partners Avalara, Carta, CDW, Mercury, Microsoft for Startups, Snowflake, and Wilson Sonsini. For our investor audience, all the companies you heard from today are online and waiting to connect with you in our virtual networking space hosted by Philo. Once again, on behalf of everyone at 500, thank you for attending today's event.